My face, bro.
Yeah, yo, you got a pasta face.
I got pasta face?
Nah.
Maybe it's the Italian in me. Hold on.
What's going on, boy? Your boy is back.
Yeah, buddy. Hey, before we get started, we just want to say tonight's episode is brought to you by Always Frozen, Never Hot Burritos. You guys can. Donnie's like, I didn't know we had a sponsor.
Do we have a sponsor?
Yeah. Frozen, Never Hot Burritos.
And by Ragu.
Oh yeah, you see me speed eating?
Impossible, dude.
It was like 1 minute countdown. I'm like,
speed eating. That's why I was laughing because I could see you on the side, and I was you were just shoveling. I was like, oh, here we go.
Dude, I haven't had a chance to eat all day, man. So I'm like, I'm rushing, and I came through. I made
we just left the meeting at the Cheesecake Factory. What are you talking about?
Don't play with my emotions, man. You know they got them fried macaroni and cheese balls, circular things. So welcome back, baby.
Hey, it's good to be back.
It's good to have you back, bro. We missed you last week.
I know. I was stressing me out that nothing was working right. I was like, I really want to be on this.
It's all good, man. I not that I anticipated it, but obviously, like if you're in a different area, there's always the risk. I had
a feeling as soon as we started seeing Amish country, like when we were pulling in, I was like, ooh, I'm sure they don't have high speed internet here.
I'm gonna go ahead and move my screen because what's happening is I'm looking at the screen, and because I'm looking at the screen, it looks like I'm looking at my
so disrespectful.
But I'm just gonna look at the camera. Oh, you see my alien shirt? Yeah.
Yo, that's crazy.
That. Said no signs of intelligent life, and then he's out there looking with the binoculars. Binoculars. That shit was fire. I saw it. I was like, I gotta grab it. So, man, let us know how. Wait, before you do that, you know I always forget this very important thing.
I do.
In a world full of political correctness, Coach Brown and Donnie Rhodes are choosing to keep free speech alive, uncensored, unfiltered, uncut.
This is my favorite show.
This is my favorite show.
I missed my opportunity to eat more pasta while I was playing.
I was watching. I was like, oh, he took a drink.
Actually, you know what? Let me play it again. No, I'm just playing. So, man, how was the Pennsylvania trip, bro? Fill us in. What were you doing?
It was such a long ride up there. They're doing traffic on one of the major routes up there. It was so long. A 6.5 hour ride took 8 hours to get up there. With a 1.5-year-old, I thought it was gonna be super. Dude, he was the coolest I've ever seen him. He was so relaxed. Yep. He was watching his tablet. I thought you were trying to eat. I was like, look at him. He's like gonna like lean over and
like, oh yeah, tell him
more. Nah, he was doing super good. He did a great job. I couldn't ask for him to do any better than what he did. The whole trip, he was so calm the whole trip.
And what was now? Obviously, you guys went out there. What the hell did you do? Like, fill us in.
We went out there. Official day 1, which was Thursday. So Wednesday was a driving day. It took us 8 hours to get there. So we kind of got there and then just hung out a little bit.
Okay.
Wednesday, we went to Hershey Park, which was super long day.
Okay.
We went to the amusement park, and then like later on, we went to what do you call it? Like behind the scenes, like the factories and all that stuff, which was cool. Okay. Like where they make the chocolate and all that. And like then
Willy Wonka type shit.
It literally looks like it. It does. And then what do we do? Was that Wednesday? That was Thursday. What did we do Friday? I don't remember.
That trip put a little bit of took a little bit of juice out of you.
Oh man, I'm exhausted. I'm still tired. I've been sleeping pretty much all day, like not really sleeping, but like lounging. And I'm so I can't. It's like keeping my eyes open. I'm like,
nah, driving will do that to you for real.
Yeah. Thursday Friday we went to a cave thing where you go underground and stuff. The temperature dropped, like it went down to like 50 degrees. So we were like deep, but that was cool. And then Saturday we went to the war area.
Oh, like you said the reenactment, like Civil War type of thing or something like that?
Yeah, it wasn't the reenactment. It was like the war fields, like where they actually held it.
Okay.
So that was really cool.
Now, was it like a led tour? Was it like a guide who was like explaining everything, or
no,
were you just there on your own?
It's just path, and they have like signs and stuff. You could check out like the museum and stuff.
Okay. What was the atmosphere out there? Like, what were the people like? Was it much different than New England, or like kind of like the
very
same?
calm, slow pace, like where we were?
Yeah,
it was just like very, very calm. I mean, driving is like the same, bunch of a-holes, but
a bunch of
the
Amish
atmosphere
people on,
was just
some buggies.
No, we didn't see much of that. I mean, we did see some Amish people, but like not like out. Like they were just, you could see them working on their farm and stuff, but super relaxed, man. I mean, it's just all farmland. I mean, super, super relaxed.
Yep.
So it was really cool. Gettysburg was the war place, by the way.
Oh yeah. Okay. Now that you say that, I remember that from the last stream.
Yep.
Okay. Yep.
So yeah, it was super relaxed. I mean, it was the house we were in was beautiful. We had all 15 of our family members in one house. So, I mean, it was huge. It was really, really nice. I know. It was crazy, but it was such a good time. And then the downfall was the 6.5 hour ride home on Sunday after doing everything all week. Was like, that was the kicker. That was it. Like, I'm like,
that was like the dagger. Right?
Yeah, that was it.
I got you. Yeah, we went up to we went to Hampton Beach.
Yeah, how was it
for the weekend? Man, like you know me, I love Hampton Beach, right?
Right.
It's the what's the word? Nostalgia of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so like when I was a kid, going to Hampton Beach was like the big deal. Like you know what I mean? Like we're going to Hampton Beach and shit. You know what I mean? So now just continuing that tradition every year is like is dope. It was nice out there. The weather was good. Everybody's having a good time. You know, they turned up on the boardwalk, all of that. The weird thing though, we went to the beach, right? On the beach, there were thousands, like maybe I'm gonna say this, either hundreds of thousands or like 1 million bugs.
Yo, that's weird. There was mad bugs in Pennsylvania too, like these weird, like looking flying things.
Well, these were like look almost like in between like a gnat and a fly. They were all over the beach.
Oh no!
And then when you go in the water, there was zero seaweed, but the water was full of bugs. Like to the point where you looked at it, it was like you thought it was seaweed. No, it was just 1,000 bugs just floating.
That's weird.
So I looked it up, just real quick to kind of see like what the hell's going on. You know what I mean?
Right.
So when I looked it up, it friggin' said that I guess it's something with New England waters where it's something with the algae and the imbalance in the algae, and there's some sort of bugs that come with it. Blah 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 blah. But I never see it
swim.
Yeah, I mean, I was in there.
Was anybody else in there?
There was people in there. There was people in there. But when I went under the water, though, I was like holding my nose, closing my mouth because I'm like, I don't want to get bugs. You know what I mean? When I came up, you gotta like dust the bugs off you. But there were like certain little parts where there weren't a lot of bugs, but for the most part, that joint was covered in bugs. It was mad weird, bro.
I'm surprised you went in.
Nah, you know me. I ain't well.
Yeah, I do know you. That's why I'm surprised you went in.
Nah, I was good. Like I was like, yo, I got to get in this water, man.
Right.
But yeah, it was good. It was good, man. Outside of that, I mean, we really just played the boardwalk. They had a talent show over there. That was lit. You know, people singing and stuff.
And that outdoor theater thing, the big circle thing.
Yeah, I thought about going up there, but I guess you had to pre-register. Oh man,
and you have to have some talent. But
slow burn. Let me play this video for you. Can I play it?
Is it what I think it is?
It might be. Come on, man. Let's break. You don't care? All right, let's set the stage. Matter of fact, sometimes you don't even need to set the stage. This is Donnie Rose turning up on his birthday, baby. Let's get it.
Go ahead, Donnie.
Gotta be.
Oh, there we go. Come on, Donnie. Give it to the people. It's an Uncut Show. Donnie Donuts in the building. Happy birthday, Donnie Donuts. If you guys want to support Donnie Donuts on his birthday, you can send money to my Cash app.
Yo, good times, bro.
That was a
My boy
wild time
Donnie
ago.
was turned up. He was like, yo.
That's funny.
Straight up, man. Hey, listen, I know we haven't talked because obviously you've been gone, but we
Right.
talked like real quick, you know, in the beginning and said, oh, we're gonna do a few things, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
I have been in contact with a few potential guests, so I'm trying to line that up. With me and you will talk about it more, but
Yeah.
I think that's gonna be amazing. The other thing too is there's a couple things coming up like big events like on the world stage. You know what I mean? I think we could do some watch parties for that. And then me and you also talked about doing reaction videos, which I watch a lot of those. I'm not gonna lie. So I think
Yeah, I
me
think
and you
it'd be
doing
cool
them will be
to-
fire.
I think the weekly agenda is we have a decent podcast on Monday about good topics, you know, something like that. Wednesday gets a little, I wouldn't say political, but like worldwide. And then Friday we just kick it, have a few drinks, and watch some reaction videos and laugh for the weekend. You know what I mean? Just cool off for the weekend. That's what I'm feeling. But I mean,
I like that setup though.
obviously
like
things can change. So
because it's uncut,
that's just how I feel.
we just go for it.
Right.
Friggin'
Right.
what was I gonna rewind to? There was something I wanted to ask you before I started yapping about Hampton Beach, but I totally forget what it was. Oh, you said that you did see some Amish people while you were out there, but they were more like tilling the land
They were
and
working.
stuff like that.
Yeah, they were working.
Okay. How much do you know about like the whole Amish lifestyle?
A little bit. I know that a lot of the cultures are changing a little bit. I know that there's technology getting integrated into their life now. I've heard of a case where they have one tablet so they can acknowledge outside life. I still know that there's cultures that don't even know who the president is. And that's that. You know what I mean? They still speak Pennsylvania Dutch. They don't even speak English.
What's that, Pennsylvania? I never even heard of that.
It's just Pennsylvania Dutch. It's just that language. It's just an Amish language from Pennsylvania.
Do you think you could ever live that lifestyle? I'll ask you, and then I'll ask anybody who's watching this or anybody who watches it back. You think you could ever live the Amish lifestyle, like totally disconnected from everything?
I could try it. I could do like an Amish experience, but I don't think I could fully live that lifestyle because I like the production side of things. I like running cameras, editing and stuff like that. That's just a big passion that I have. So to fully unconnect after already connecting, you know what I mean? Like after already being connected and having a passion like that, I don't think I could fully unconnect again.
Joe's in the house. Think he could be an Amish. Joe, you could roll with the Amish, live the Amish lifestyle. No electricity. Wait, do they have electricity? No, right? No electricity. No electronics.
No.
None of that, right?
Like I said, it depends on what they do. I know like certain ages they go off as teenagers and stuff, and they connect for a second to see if and then they come back. You'd have to look it up. I don't want to say the wrong thing.
Gotcha.
But
wait, it's 2024. You could say anything. You don't have to be right. Just say it and go with it. Nobody cares about being right in 2024.
Yeah, but I'm not running for I'm not running for presidency, so I don't want to make fabricated lies up.
Oh man, we should just do that one podcast. Just stop making up mad stuff.
We should just we should just see if they start fact checking us
for real.
Yeah. No, I don't think I could. I don't think I could unconnect. I would definitely do the experience. Don't get me wrong. I would definitely try out that lifestyle just to say I did it.
Okay.
Just to see exactly how they live, but I couldn't fully do that.
I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna be like on the other side of the coin. I could definitely do that. I actually would prefer to do that. Like if I could go back in time and like
Yeah, but you have
choose
to
the
understand.
path, you know what I mean?
There's no music.
Yeah.
You can't wear that baseball hat.
Yep.
You can't put that chain on around your neck.
Yep.
You can't wear nice sneakers.
I know. I
Oh,
think
all right.
I would totally be in line with that, man. Just tilling the land, eating from the land, chilling. You know, you're not watching TV, just posted with your people, enjoying like the outdoors, the nature, like doing everything in tune, like with the
You
nature
bathe
side.
one time a week.
Nah.
I swear to God, it's like
What are you talking
Saturday and
about?
it's like
What are
one
you
bath.
talking about, bro?
I swear to God, I
Nah,
watched it. They bathe only on Saturdays.
I said that we should one day do a podcast just making stuff up. Not right now. This guy just starts making shit up.
Now I watched the thing where like the traditional, like real Amish, like no technology at all,
Yeah.
and they have a bath that they take off the wall, and they can't use all the energy to heat up the water, so they only bathe on Saturdays. And the whole family bathes. Like it's like one after the other, after the other, after the other.
In the same water?
I don't know.
Nah, bro. I take a shower like 3 times a day, bro.
Yeah, so it wouldn't work for you.
Nah. Almost.
Yeah, I like how like none of the essentials did it for you. It was like, nah, I like to shower 3 times a day. I sneeze and I shower.
Nah, because my like showering is like my most sacred thing. Like, you know what I mean? Go in the shower, put some music on, I'm in there. Like
Washes
I turn off
away your
from all
sins.
life, you know what I mean? Yeah, every time I take a shower, it's like a baptism, you know what I mean?
Right.
Wait,
That's
hope
weird.
I didn't offend nobody with that. But yeah,
You definitely did.
it's like a rebirth, you know what I mean?
Right.
1000%.
Nah, it's not bad though.
Yeah.
I mean, their food's good, I guess, right? Your crafting skills will go way up. You learn how to make stuff, and the community's tight, I guess. You know what I mean? Like everybody helps each other out. So I mean, it's something to learn off of.
But
They don't worry about drama. They just worry about getting what they need done. So like essential life is what they do. They work to survive. They survive to work.
Now, do they marry within their community? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm asking you these questions. I know you don't know.
No, they're
everything about them,
Amish,
but I'm
not
just
from
curious.
Alabama. They don't marry their cousins. That's
No,
what
not
you're
that
asking.
way. I'm saying like, if I'm an Amish person, right? I gotta marry another Amish person, or can I bring someone from the city
I
into
don't
the
think
Amish
so.
village?
I think you have to marry within the community.
Okay.
I believe.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I'm just trying to ask you questions that you don't know, so you can make up a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And then we get fact checked. I'm joking.
Yeah. Duck
But
in your house?
now that you're back, it's this dumbass chair, man. Every time I turn, it's like quack, quack. For real. I was wondering too. I'm like, yo, can you hear that on the mic? But I didn't want to draw attention to it. But yeah, it's the dumbass.
What is
chair,
it?
man.
819? All right, I want to dive into something. I have a question. I don't know if you had something planned.
Yeah, go ahead, man. I was just seeing how your week was. Let's do it.
Yeah. No. It was good. So something came across my brain
Okay.
while I was driving up there. I was listening to a lot of podcasts. I was listening to a lot of different things. So something triggered me that actually made sense.
Okay.
And I was like, holy shit. So you believe in dinosaurs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that happened whatever years ago. I don't know the exact. I'm not whatever.
I know a whole lot about dinosaurs.
Okay. So what do you think happened, right? Do you believe in the theory that the asteroid took out the dinosaurs?
No.
What do you think happened?
So
because I heard something that I don't know if you've ever heard it yet. So go ahead and tell me what you know, and then I'm going to tell you what I heard, and it might blow your mind.
So this is going to be a multi-level answer.
Can we just simplify the answer?
I'm gonna try to simplify. All right, so you want to know if an asteroid killed the dinosaurs? So asteroid did not kill all the dinosaurs. An asteroid.
Joe's a dinosaur.
Joe is a dinosaur. Hell yeah.
So what do you think?
Actually, Joe.
We can dive into what you say, but
yeah.
What do you think right now? Just a quick answer right now.
Quick answer. So asteroid did not kill the dinosaurs. How they say, like all the dinosaurs died from an asteroid. Yep. Did not happen. Dinosaurs and humans both cohabited the Earth at the same time. It wasn't like dinosaurs died off and then humans came. No, there was a period of time where there was dinosaurs that existed alongside humans. Right? A lot of people is not gonna like that answer. They're gonna be like, "This guy's crazy." Just go do your research.
No, it doesn't matter. You just wanna.
One thing I would have you to go take a look at is something called the Inca stones. Inca stones, like thousands of hand carved stones from thousands of years ago, right? Of these people walking with dinosaurs, riding on dinosaurs. So humans and dinosaurs, they coexist. Now, was there an event that killed a large majority of dinosaurs? Yes, but it did not kill all of them. Like, you know what I mean?
So let me
that
ask
would be
you,
like
wait.
if I'm just saying this. That would be like if an asteroid hit the Earth right now.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of people, a whole bunch of dinosaurs would die. You know what I mean? But I mean, a whole bunch of humans would die, but not all humans. Some would exist. Some would carry on. But I'm gonna tell you this. Hold on. He said they were. Wait, I want to go to. They have a place where you can see dinosaur prints. Hell yeah! Hold up, I gotta put it on the screen. I got it so excited I didn't even share it on the screen. Let's see. That's what Wob said. They said they got a place where you can see dinosaur prints. Yeah, I want to see that too. He said they were colonized. They were actually. All right, so let's go to this then, and then we're gonna go to the rest of the comments. Actually, they were, and it was us that did it. So originally, this is my hypothesis. Y'all could form your own conclusion. I'm only saying this because you asked me. It's my hypothesis that it wasn't an asteroid that hit the Earth. It was actually an escape pod that hit the Earth, and that's what brought I don't know, I want to say humans or some sort of beings to the planet. And when they look at that big ass crater where they're like, oh, this is where the asteroid hit that killed all the dinosaurs.
All right, let me stop.
That shit was escape pod.
And I keep hitting. Let me touch on that real quick because you're kind of going down the same rabbit hole that I was just going down.
Okay. Donnie Donuts.
What?
And Jay. Yeah. I feel like I'm in a family now.
What if we're gonna go way back, right? Okay. What if there was a civilized people here, and our technology was already there, and the asteroid that hit brought the dinosaurs?
Oh, you done reversed it on me?
Yep. They brought the dinosaurs, and the dinosaurs did that.
So you're saying that the dinosaurs
came on the asteroid. The dinosaurs are the aliens. They came from outside. And it made sense because they were like, not a lot of them were here, but enough that we have facts that they were here to live with us. But that's why they died off, because of course they were big. But look at the size of the hole that created the thing.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They brought technology and stuff like that. The dinosaurs didn't bring technology. They found the technology within them, like the asteroid and all that.
So you just the reason why I'm like paused here, because I'm considering what you said, because you literally just took my theory and then you spun it. Because I said, yo, the humans came in an escape pod.
It was a big
You're like, what
thing,
if the dinosaurs came?
So, and the other thing too, right? So same era, right? Same back then.
Government has the remains. Hell yeah, 100.
So there's pyramids in Egypt. There's pyramids in South America.
There's pyramids on Mars.
Pyramids everywhere, right? Where is the only continent that there's not pyramids?
There is none.
America.
America has pyramids.
Where?
Yeah, buddy, come on, Donnie. America has pyramids, and America actually has its own Sphinx in the Grand Canyon.
Where is it though?
The pyramids in America? Canyon? The Sphinx, yes, in the Grand Canyon, and they found Egyptian hieroglyphs.
So they were talking about the energy, right? They were talking about energy. So they said that the pyramids are an energy like thing, right?
Yeah,
like produces energy.
They were power plants.
So if America had one that we were dissecting to figure out how to get where would you hide that?
If America had one and was hiding it?
Yeah. There's only one spot.
Where's that?
They had to create room. Area 51, baby.
Ooh. Mi gusto tacos mucho da bien.
Why is that so active for aliens? Because that's where we get all our information from. Cell phones weren't created until after Roswell.
Well, they say there was a technology.
I'm just saying.
Technological leap after Roswell. Everything.
And nothing has been nothing has produced quicker than after Roswell. So we have built off of what we have, but we're still using the same chip. Whether it's gotten smaller or bigger doesn't matter. It's still the same technology.
Exactly.
So we can make it smaller, we can make it bigger, but we created a microchip for computers.
Yep.
How are you going to go from a computer the size of a garage to something that can fit in your hand after one event.
Yeah, nah, I know what time it is, man. I know what time it is. Wob said, he said, nah, there was dinosaurs in Africa during the beginning of time. But here's a question we gotta examine this, because we lose sight of how far back the human story actually extends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we lose sight. Here's one thing we never consider. I want to get to all these comments, but one thing we never consider is this. Everybody be like, yo, the dinosaurs went extinct. The dinosaurs went extinct. They didn't, though. There's still dinosaurs on the earth today.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not that you're going to see a T-Rex walking by. I don't want nobody to be like, oh, this guy's nuts. But
no.
Birds are relatives of dinosaurs. Chickens are very close to dinosaurs. Then you have know, Komodo dragons. You know what I mean? All these
alligators,
alligators, all these things that are modern.
All the reptiles are pretty much dinosaurs.
Of dinosaurs, yeah. Exactly. Right. You know what I mean? And we don't consider that the size of things that exist today were different back in the day. You know what I mean? Like way back in prehistoric times, man, there were dragonflies with wingspans as large as a helicopter. You know what I mean?
Right.
But now we just see little dragonflies flying around. We never consider how big they used to be. You know what I mean?
Unless humankind were smaller back then.
We were. That's why they have the I think they call them the pygmies. And there's still some that live on the earth today. They were like 3 feet tall. You know what I mean? So they were humans who were like 3 feet tall. And then now let's open this up. Before I open this can, because we're gonna talk about this, but before I open this can, let's look at some of the comments still. From my understanding. I'm sorry. No, I get what he's saying. He's still talking about the dinosaurs in the beginning. Yeah, dinosaurs were here, man. And well, if you ever heard of the reptilians,
right, and that's where I was going with
connected with the dinosaurs, yeah.
The asteroid. Like if the reptilians came in, that's where I was gonna take that, because they have the tech, they're human like you know how dinosaur was like an animal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's like the monkey species and all that that they're like, oh, that's like humans. I don't think so.
Nah,
I think it's not. You know what I mean? Like, you know how they're like us, but they're not us. So same thing with dinosaurs and reptilians.
Mm-hmm.
They were like us. They were like them, but they weren't them. They were like their animals of, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's how I saw it. When I heard that, I have to show it to you. I was like,
so he's here. I'm just going through some of these things. He said cell phones were here during the beginning of time. Technology we have now, we had since the beginning. Yeah, there's nothing new under the sun. You know what I mean? There's
what really got me right is that so the whole world, right? Whether you believe it's flat or round, I'm not getting into that topic. But we
got to do a podcast on that though, for real. We have to.
Yo, the whole wide world, right?
Yep.
Back when there was no technology, which that's controversial as it was, but let's just think like regular, you know what I mean, thoughts. So let's say there's no technology, right?
Yeah.
We're back in the Stone Age. How do you go from one side of the world to the other side of the world, and everybody shows what a reptilian looks like? Mm-hmm. Exactly the same. Everybody knows what dinosaurs are. Everybody knows what space is. Mm-hmm. And how did they know before we went to space and satellites and all that Mars was red?
It's global civilization. They want you to believe that there was just these pockets of people just existing totally disconnected, but it wasn't. It was a global civilization. There were more.
There's already facts that they found Atlantis.
Yeah,
it's somewhere like in Africa.
Yep, the eye of the Sahara.
So all these like theories and like old wise tales, no, they're probably real. Like like most of it is real, and we just like, oh, that would be cool to think about, but it's like, this is where it all came from, you know, like something had happened.
Exactly. I want to go to what Wob said, because that was the can I was going to open, but I was like, I'm going to open it after. Because Wob said there were humans as big and as tall as dinosaurs. So every ancient civilization that left a record for us to go, you know, take a look at, even in all of the like scriptures, you know, the holy books, everything, every record that you could go back and look at, they all talk about giants.
Mm-hmm.
They all talk about giants in the land. You know what I mean? And through all of my studies, you know what I mean? Through all of my reading and research, and you know, I'm a history buff. I love history. I love to look at all that stuff. I'm super convinced that giants existed in the land. You know what I mean? And it's no different than like I said, the dragonflies that were like the size of a helicopter. Now they're just little
Right.
bugs. You know what I mean? And some of these writings and some of even the drawings that were left behind, if you look at some of the ancient reliefs, it's like these huge
Well,
people with like these little humans,
right.
like, you know what I mean, right next to them, or a big guy holding a lion like a fucking cat, like, you know what I mean,
There
like
was
shit like that.
There was a church that they were renovating the church. It was some like an old like cathedral, like big, like not just like a little local church, like a big reputable, like you wouldn't think of any shenanigans going on in there.
Yeah.
They noticed this giant painting on the wall, and they noticed it was on hinges. So they pulled the painting, and it opened up a painting, and there was another painting behind it showing reptilians, like dragons, large species behind it. Like, why would that be in? I'll have to let me try to find it real quick. I'll send it to you
for
because
sure.
that's like something that really caught. Like, it's just hard to like. Yes, could we fabricate that? Sure, but why would we,
Why?
right?
Exactly. Why?
Well, like, why would somebody create a church-looking building to make a video and put all that time and effort to what point are you proving?
Exactly. And Wob said even in the Bible, 100%. They said that's talking about the Anunnaki. You know what I mean? They said that we were like grasshoppers in their eyesight. You know what I mean? Like that's how small we were. And also there's records that speak of like the people be like, yo, how did they build these pyramids, and all these large monolithic structures and things of that nature. I mean, there's record of giants building these things. You know what I mean? There's certain cities where they say, oh, the giants came and built it in overnight, one night. You know what I mean? So we look at these 10-ton stones and we're like, how did they move it? And how they do this and how they do that? But if you add giants into the equation, that would be like me and you playing with Legos. You know what I mean?
Right. And that was the other thing too, is like they're like, how can we figure out how to go to Mars, right? Like we have a guy, and I don't know how anybody feels about it. I'm not getting into that topic, but we have a guy that's trying to create civilization on the moon and Mars, right?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm going to put people on Mars. I'm going to create a civilization on Mars. How can we figure that out? But we can't search the bottom of the ocean. We're barely touching it. What are we, 2% of the ocean we know? And we can't figure out how the pyramids were made. That's impossible. That's impossible to create a cell phone that can give you every piece of technology. You know everything with this phone that humankind. Well, wait, that they want you to know.
Yeah, I got you.
However, you know everything that's going on.
Yep.
With this, I can call you from the other side of the country, but we can't figure out how building blocks were put together.
And that fact.
Nobody can figure it out. Nobody can figure it. It's.
But they don't want us to know. They don't want us to know.
Exactly.
They don't want us to know. Wob said, "Are you familiar with the Tartarian?" No, I'm not actually.
The Tartarian civilization. I've heard of that. I just heard that. But I don't tell us more. I'm not familiar with it. I have heard the name Tartarian. I just don't. I didn't look into it.
Yeah. No, but definitely.
Actually, you know what, Jay? I can put this up real quick.
Okay.
I was gonna send it to you, but I could just put it up myself.
Yeah. Do a share screen. Damn, what the hell was I about to say? Oh, yeah, that whole Mars situation.
Is that a phone call important?
No.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? Junior's calling me, but he could call Andrea.
All right.
Because I'm streaming.
All right, hold on. Ready? You see this?
Yep.
Just real quick.
Yeah, they're trying to bury Kemet. What is this?
This is that painting I was telling you about. Ready?
Don't make me go crazy, Donnie. What?
It was a dragon back there.
Yo, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, we don't need to learn how to make it. Stop sharing. There we go.
Yeah, no, that's
crazy. That's in Naples. So like that's usually not like, you know what I mean? Like they're pretty religious over there enough to not mess with that kind of stuff.
Yep.
So it's just weird to think that was hidden behind there. And usually scriptures like that, like paintings and stuff like that, are based off of history, not.
Especially because they painted something and put it over it. You know what I mean? He said, "Look it up; it'll blow your mind." No, I'm definitely gonna look it up. What is it though? What is it in regards to? Like, give us a little brief something in the comments. You know what I mean? And we'll definitely check that out. You got my attention. I'm always looking for something new to like look up and research and get into. So I'm gonna check that out for sure. 100%. Yeah, man. So yeah, I mean, giants. We went from dinosaurs, which dinosaurs is crazy because you know a lot of people try to say dinosaurs never exist or didn't exist. Not a lot of people.
Well, it's hard to say
religious
that.
people say that.
So
hardcore,
if you look up dinosaurs, right?
yeah,
You know, like the people that have found dinosaurs and the bones and all that. So I was actually looking up the Tartarian. So people that have found dinosaurs, the bones and stuff like that,
yeah,
they claim to have found the eggs. I don't know how true that is because they will but you know what bones they haven't found of dinosaurs?
What's that?
Babies and teenagers. It's always adult dinosaurs.
You serious?
Yep. Look it up.
Really?
It's always adult dinosaurs. Every structure you have seen is tall, massive dinosaurs. There's no baby dinosaurs. There's no bones of baby or middle mature dinosaurs.
So they're always adult.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Donnie, I got to rewind now. I got to rewind because you just made something pop in my mind when you said
so that. That's why when I say that, right?
Yeah.
Could they have found eggs? Sure, because adults could have hatched the eggs, but that means that they haven't, the children or middle-aged dinosaurs haven't produced. So with that being said,
yeah,
are they really from here, or did the mature adults come over, try to start a civilization here? Because what do we have that no one else does? Everything that you need to survive. We're the golden planet, right? You go to any other planet and there's something off. We are just perfect, right?
Yeah. Bro, you got my mind spinning right now because I'm thinking about what you said about.
Go to any museum. Go to any museum. Look up anything, right?
Yeah.
It's always, unless it's a kid show, it's always adult dinosaurs. If you go to any human buff, we found the bones of a T-Rex. We're gonna assemble it. It's a full-size adult. It's never a child or an immature dinosaur.
So it's always a full-grown dinosaur.
Full-grown every time. Have you ever gone to a museum or seen a museum when there was a baby dinosaur next to the adult dinosaur?
Nah.
Exactly.
Wow, bro, you got my mind going right now because I'm wondering if.
That's why I'm like confused, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So do you believe? Also, same topic. Do you believe in the theory that what we're shown as the world is not the world? Do you believe in the ice wall and there's more behind it?
Oh yeah, 1,000. Yes.
Like, do you believe? Like, why can't we go to Antarctica?
Because of the Aryan nation that exists there, and they don't want us to interact with them. There's people that live in Antarctica, ancient people that live in Antarctica. They've been living there thousands of years. They have ancient technologies. There's a whole bunch going on in Antarctica.
That's and it made sense that you said that there's a something in the Grand Canyon because there's a part of the Grand Canyon that we're not allowed to go to. Government seized, like can't go there.
Yep.
Insane, right? Like when you think about it, it's just weird. And then I blew up a little bit more. Like everything is imperfect, right? It doesn't matter what it is; it's imperfect. Whether it's AI, eventually something happens where it's imperfect, right? Your cell phone is a computer.
Yeah.
But does your cell phone glitch sometimes?
Yeah.
Yes. Everything is imperfect. So you're telling me that we live on an Earth that if the Earth was an inch closer or an inch further away from the sun, everything would be destroyed. You're telling me that if the moon was an inch closer and an inch further than the sun, everything would be thrown off. So you're telling me that for billions of years, it's been on point perfect? Nothing has skipped. Nothing has glitched.
Well, you open up a whole nother can because there's a theory that, well, this isn't a theory. This is real. The Earth is moving away from the sun at a very slow pace. You know what I mean?
Right.
But one of the theories that were put forward is that each planet gets its own respective time in the Goldilocks zone. You know what I mean? So like right now, Earth is in the Goldilocks zone. So life is happening on Earth. Everything's amazing. if Earth continues to move out of the Goldilocks zone, eventually it'll be in the zone that Mars is now in, and it will become a what do they call it, a barren
So can I ask a
barren
question
parent,
real
and then
quick?
the
That we say
next one
that.
that slides in will become the new Earth.
So if we're falling out of the Goldilocks zone, right? And not saying that this is in my great grandchildren's future. This is like we could be talking of trillions of years from now, but it's still a thing that could be happening. So if we're falling out of it, going the opposite way towards the sun, how come global warming is a thing?
Ooh.
And I'm not saying you believe in it. I'm just saying, as a theory,
Yeah.
why
I don't
are
believe in it.
people? I know, but I'm just saying,
Yeah.
why would that be? If we're falling out of the distance of the sun, why is that global warming a topic? Shouldn't it be getting colder?
Well, let me not say I don't believe in it. I just
You
want
just
to
don't know
clean
all the
that up.
facts.
Not
right?
that I
You
don't believe in it. I'm just saying that I do believe that there's climate change. I just don't believe that it's what's the word? It is the emergency that they're putting forth. You know what I mean? Where everybody got to get an electric car and you can't do certain, like, all of that type of stuff. I don't rock with. But
that's a joke.
That's a whole that's a whole different thing. But
do you know that the ion batteries, the lithium ion batteries, are doing more damage?
Mhm.
It creates something worse. The hole that they have to dig to get to that metal.
And you know, one of the
is
biggest jokes. Let me
that
tell
you need fuel. You need more fuel to use for electricity to power your electric car than you would just putting gas in it.
And how they'd be like, oh, everybody has to have an electric car, right? The resources that it would take to to have electric cars readily available to everyone, right? Those raw materials that it would take actually do not exist on the planet. We don't have enough of the materials that it would require to have everyone have an electric car. It just it's not possible. You know what I mean?
Elon Musk, that creator of Tesla, has come out and said not every single person can own this because we don't have enough. There's no way.
For real. He said
electric
America
cars will
is
deplete our energy sources because of how much of it needs to fuel itself.
Yeah, no, for
if
real.
you went to a solar car, that's a different story. But yeah, it's crazy.
100.
It's crazy to think about. You know, the other thing too, and I don't want to keep jumping conspiracy theories here.
Yeah.
But it was like when we went back to saying like other people came here and stuff like that to show us the way and all that.
Yeah.
Do you see giant holes all around the world, like these giant holes in your backyard and everywhere? No, you don't.
No, you don't.
So how exactly did people find coal for the first time? How did they know exactly where to go to get coal and use that as an energy source? Because it's not sitting on top of the earth.
Yeah, they had to go in.
They have to dig for it. The coal mines. So someone just decided to dig all that way under earth and find this one rock and say we could use this for fuel.
Yeah. Someone let them know.
You don't know something unless someone shows you something.
Exactly. 100%.
That's like, what's his name? Was it Edison or one of them? I think it was Edison.
Talk about the light
bulb? How do you understand gravity unless it changes? Why do you think about gravity? Why would you think about something unless something has changed?
Yeah, no,
right?
100.
So you don't think about gravity. You don't think about anything like this unless it has changed a little bit where you understand, like, holy shit, wait a minute. Something has changed. So gravity has changed over time too.
Yeah.
It's just weird. It's just weird to think about, like, little things like.
Well, it's like the numerous forces that are at play, like, every day that we don't consider, like, in everyday life. You know what I mean? I think, who the hell was I talking to? I was talking to Andrea about that. But we were talking about how everything just has to be, like, so perfect. Like, if it was just off just a little bit,
right,
everything would be different. You know what I mean?
Like, bees keep the world alive. Plants keep the world alive. Like, without it, we have nothing. Like, we fall apart. Oxygen's gone. Like, a little bee that stings you and annoys the hell out of you is keeping you alive. Yeah.
But you know what, though? That's the funny part, right? Because I was actually thinking about that because, everybody's like, save the bees. And, we don't want the bees to go, because if the bees go, then we all go, right? Hold on, let me say. He said, the purpose of life is growth. So things are always changing. 100%. If it's not changing and growing, then it's the opposite. It's death. You know what I mean? But when you think about the bees, like, I was considering this, right? And I'm like, because I really asked myself at one point, I'm like, yo, everything has a purpose. Like, what is the purpose of not bees, but more like a hornet? Why a hornet? I feel like they're
Right.
just asshole bees that fly around and just want to kill you. But um when you think about bees, people be like, yo, like the bees, they just sting people. They. But if you really think about the amount of bees that exist, and then the amount of people that get stung, or how many times you've ever been stung in your life versus the amount of bees that you have probably been around, like
Right.
bees really don't sting people. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you really got to mess with a bee. The
Right.
bee probably got to feel like, oh, I'm in danger in order to sting you. And like coming to that conclusion, now I like cut my grass, I'm doing stuff. Bees are all around me, I'm just chilling. Before I seen a bee, I'll be out. Like, oh shit, a bee. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Now I'm just chilling because I understand.
And you don't
like,
know what
this
happened
bee don't
before
wanna
that.
sting
Like
me.
if an animal tried to attack a bee and the bee got disoriented and flew into your yard and then saw you thinking, oh,
There's that motherfucker right there.
right, yeah, they probably you know what I mean? Like things, it's just weird. It's just, I know we're getting like way off subject, but like it's just weird to think about. Like we wake up every day and the earth spins, right?
Yeah.
And we just go to work. Like we do like random jobs.
That got the mad depressing when you said that.
But I'm just saying, like,
that shit broke
but,
my
like,
heart. Yo, you said, yo,
I'm
you wake
sorry.
up every day and the earth spins and then you just go to work.
But like we go to do our jobs, but like in
Yeah.
reality, it's like nothing ever stops.
Yeah.
And if everything was an inch off, it would be just complete terror.
Yeah. Well, you know what it is. That's why you gotta enjoy life, man. Because yo, one thing you just said that I'll put on the front burner, right? Is, and this is gonna go left, but it's an important plug because I feel like this makes sense. Like you said, we wake up every day, the earth is spinning. People wake up, they just go to work, they go through this normal, I'm smacking the mic. They go through this normal routine. And life is just happening and going, and they make a big deal about a bunch of stuff like, oh my God, this person said this, and then they did that, and then I feel like this, and I feel all of that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, like one day, it will be over for you. Like the ride's gonna be over. You know what I mean? People will be sad for a little bit, and then life's just gonna keep going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, I say that to say this. It's like, we have to make sure that we're actually living like life.
Right,
you know what I
right.
mean? Like we can't get caught up in just being in the routine because, just being in the routine, you're not living life. You're being like an energy source for someone else or something else. You got to make sure you're traveling. You got to make sure you're spending quality time. You got to make sure you're doing the things that make you happy. You got to make sure that you find time to smile and laugh and really enjoy moments. You know what I mean?
Make sure you work to live, but don't live to work.
1,000. You know what I mean? And the shit
You have to find something, because you know what? And when I say the word kills you, I don't mean physically sometimes. So listen, ready? Don't be afraid to do something because you're afraid to be killed. Because at the end of your life, the should haves and the regrets will kill you mentally more than, you know what I mean?
100.
You can't be afraid of it, man. You can't. You just got to go out there and do it.
You got to get out like Rob said, it's called the Matrix. You got to unplug from the Matrix, man, and really get to real life.
Right.
And really, one of my favorite, one of the things I could say, because I've been through a lot of changes in my life, right? So we just went from dinosaurs to giants to other stuff, and now we're getting motivational, but it fits in the pocket. One of my proudest accomplishments for myself, you know what I mean? One of the things I've been able to obtain that I can say I'm the most proud of, and that has had the biggest impact on my life. And I share this with everybody, and I tell them, yo, you got to get to this level, because at this level, everything changes. You know what I mean? You have to get to a place in life where you're unbothered. You know what I mean? Like, I'm completely unbothered. Like, I don't let things take me into like a spiral. I don't let, you know what I mean? I like, people say things to me and I'm, oh, okay, yeah. Like, oh, they're like, so-and-so said this. I'm like, oh, yeah. But I don't absorb it because I'm really moving through life unbothered. You know what I mean? And if something does bother me, it got to be 1,000% worthy, like to the point where it's like, oh, I need to do something about this. Other than that, I don't care. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I really just want to enjoy my life. I want you to enjoy your life. You know what I mean? I want to make sure that the time that we spend together is being spent together in a productive way where we're both smiling, laughing, experiencing something. Anything other than that, it doesn't move me. Like I'm not moved by it. You know what I mean? But there's a lot of things in the world today that have people on a leash. You know what I mean?
You know what?
And it's a lot
don't-
of the isms that exist. You know what I mean? Like sexism, racism, all that type of shit. Like that shit don't mean nothing. You know what I mean?
What I don't understand. Like I understand, but I don't understand why people still do it. Is we are so afraid of what happens on the news, right? Like people sit in front of the news and cry and worry. You know what? At the end of the day, not to sound morbid, but it is what it is, right? No matter what's about to happen, no matter what has happened or what could happen, it's going to happen, right? The line has already been written. So instead of sitting there and wondering, oh my God, you know, like you have to tune in every single day. And whether it's politics or, you know, like what's happening in your city or whatever's bothering you, you're sitting there watching it every single day and you're worried and you're stressed and you're crying and you're, oh, you know, what about my family? How about you just shut the TV off
and go
walk outside and enjoy your family? Go out and hang out with your family. Just do something, because you know what? And like I said, not to sound morbid, but if something does happen, do you want your last memory to be sitting in front of the TV crying that, oh, I knew this was going to happen? Or do you want to, at least I got to spend the last time enjoying life and doing something? You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
just go out and regardless of what happens, you know, everybody's like, oh, your vote counts. So go and vote, but you don't have to sit there and bite your nails on the TV. Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Go live. Like, I think this year I've opened my eyes up to that so much. Like, I disconnected so much this year that, like, when we got back on Uncut was the first time I really plugged back into technology, because I was like so out of it. Like, my mic wasn't working the first couple. I was like, how do I do this? Like, and it was exciting because, like, I spent so much time with my son. I spent so much time outside. I spent so much time with my family. It was almost good not knowing I wasn't in the relevant of technology. Like,
you wasn't in the matrix.
Nothing was working, and usually I'm like, what the hell? It's not working. I just was on. Now it's like, shit, I was off so long it doesn't work. Like, that's all right. I'm doing something good.
Yeah, 100. Well, I've said for me, it's controlling my mind and being able to have one thought at a time. So grateful to you and Demetrius. Now, I appreciate you, family, and proud of you too, for real, because that's for real. He said, and I give all glory to God, the creator. Yeah, 100%, man. 100%, for real. And that's something, well, that's a whole nother podcast. But it's one we should definitely have, you know what I mean? Because we did one before. Remember that one? Way back in the day?
Yeah.
I actually watched that one the other day. It was good.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you're right though. You're right.
Wow. This Tartarian civilization, that's where, like, they talk about the buildings underneath the buildings, right? Like, what we see is just the top of what used to be here. Is that what? Because that's what I think I got out of this.
Oh, I can tell you guys one thing that I shared with Andrea and it blew her mind. She thought I was crazy. She said she was gonna bring me to Butler, bro. Do you believe that?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it's a good place. Just check it out at least.
You
just got done telling that you should try everything once. At least try Butler once.
You know what? Maybe we'll see. I shared 2 things with her. You know what I mean? And she said she's gonna bring me to Butler. He said yes, and advanced technology. Okay, I'm at you guys both seen it. I gotta check that shit out.
So Jay, here's a little sneak peek. You can go ahead and say it's only an image, it's not a video. So go ahead and talk, but I'm gonna show you something real quick.
Yeah.
This is like kind of what. Hold on.
Don't have me up all night trying to
building under
what?
Like a civilization on top of.
Okay, and this is real. They found this like that?
Oh, that's a real image.
Wow. Okay.
Like, when I looked up.
A lot of people say that this stuff happens in cycles, man. We build these grand civilizations, then there's catastrophe when we got to start all over from scratch, and then we rebuild, and it's just a cycle, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's crazy.
But do you remember when we had an earthquake? Not too long ago?
Which one?
But actually, we had an earthquake. I think it was like last summer. It might have been or something like that.
We've had an
It was.
earthquake this year too.
It might have been this year.
We've had a lot more earthquakes lately than normal.
He said TikTok will give you more info. I'm gonna have to go there and check that
Yeah.
out. 1000%. Oh, by the way, Uncut is on TikTok, so stay tuned because we're gonna stop posting our videos. We're gonna be sending you guys invites to join us on TikTok because we're gonna be doing a lot of like fun stuff. We're gonna be having mad fun on TikTok, bro. Like
if it asks for your social
videos,
security number,
all that
that's
type of
just
stuff.
China.
Yeah, exactly. But yo, have you ever heard of? I'm gonna throw this term out for you, and then I'm gonna go deeper. You know what I mean? Pause.
Yeah.
Freaking so we had an earthquake, you know what I mean? We're sitting in the drive-through. I think it was at Dunkin' Donuts. The earthquake. She's like, yo, everybody's like, yo, on Facebook, you feel the earthquake, the earthquake, the earthquake. I said, yo, here come the earthquake fish. And she said, earthquake fish? What are you talking about? I'm about to take you to Butler, earthquake fish. I'm like, yeah, earthquake fish. She's like, what the hell is an earthquake fish? I'm like, yo, whenever there's like a decent scale, like earthquake, you know what I mean? There's these particular fish that come to the surface. You don't only see them when there's a certain like level of earthquake that transpires. Have you ever heard of this?
Scared from the bottom and they go to the top?
And they come up. They're called earthquake fish.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Yeah, she thought I was crazy. But yeah, the earthquake fish was hilarious because she really thought I was crazy. Outside of the earthquake fish though, thing that's connected to earthquakes, what the hell was the other thing? Was the earthquake fish that got me soups, and then I forgot what the other thing. Oh, have you heard of, you know how we have an ocean, right?
Yeah.
Like the ocean that we know of. Because you was like, yo, how come they don't explore the ocean more? Have you heard of the ocean that they discovered
under
inside of the ocean?
Yeah.
There's an ocean in the ocean.
It's called the doomsday fish.
It's a silver one, right? It looks like it's standing up straight.
Or on the other, it's the real name is an oarfish.
Oarfish.
That's the real name for it.
Yep.
I'll show you right now. Hold on.
Yeah, that's the silver joint. It's standing like straight up and down.
I'm just gonna leave this screen up and then just take it off every time.
Yeah.
Because we keep using it.
No, it's all good.
Actually, don't use that one. I don't want to leave the audio because you can hear yourself double.
I was like, what happened? You almost pulled up your inappropriate websites.
No. Because when I do the audio stream audio, you can hear yourself.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah, there's my
that joint right there.
The earthquake fish.
Oh yeah.
Damn, that joint crazy, bro.
That sounds weird, dude.
Sound like I'm taking a piss over here. Nah.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I was refilling.
Yeah, that's weird, huh?
Yeah, the earthquake fish, yo. It's just crazy looking too. But yo, the ocean inside of the ocean is some next level
what the
crazy
name of that
shit,
is?
bro. What, the ocean in the ocean?
Yeah.
Nah, I
Did
don't
you
know.
hear about the they found like a woods or something inside of a cave, like underground? They found like a lake, a woods, like a whole habitat underneath the ground.
Nah, I didn't hear about that one. I'm not surprised though.
It was kind of like the scene, and not so much because they didn't like go through all that weird stuff, but it was kind of like the scene from Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Yep, one of my favorite movies. Actually, I'm gonna watch that tonight now that you say that. Yeah, he said the ocean, well, the ocean within the ocean proves that we're inside of a bubble. Yeah, that ocean, yeah, there's something going on. Because listen, there's multiple levels of existence that's happening on this damn planet right now. So we living on the surface, but I subscribe to the hollow earth theory that there's also a whole nother habitation, whole nother life and life forms that are existing inside of the earth. And it's kind of spooky to think about, but in the same token, it only makes sense. Wait a minute, but he said hence the flat earth theory. So then Wob just opened it up. I don't particularly subscribe to flat earth theory.
I don't either, but I'm open to hear about it, right?
Yeah,
so
like I want to know
I'm
more.
not opposed to hear, like I'm not like defensive about it, but I believe that it's round.
The only thing that leads me to believe that it's round is nothing modern, because every time we see a picture of the Earth, and one of my boys told me this. We was talking. He was like, "Yo, you notice every time we see a picture of the Earth, it's never the full Earth. It's always like a corner of it, or it's always some CGI type of thing. It's never like a full photo of the entire planet. You know what I mean? But the only thing that leads me to lean on the side of sticking to that the Earth is round, or they say it's more pear shaped, is the fact that in all of the ancient writings, there's depictions of the planets in the solar systems, and they all match what science is telling us. You know what I mean? It's always the sun in the middle, the planets that are circling around, and these things exist within the stone reliefs that were left thousands of years ago. So that's the only thing that continues to have me lean on the fact that the Earth is actually round. But I love to hear opposing anything that exists. I like to hear both sides. You know what I mean? I like to, even though I stand on the side, yo, the Earth is round and all of this stuff. I'm open to hear
How do you prove that?
people's theories on it being flat. Like, give me the information. I want to know. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, so can you find a real image of the Earth, not some CGI shit? Is that real though? Can you make that full screen or no? Let me see. No, I didn't go full screen. I tried to make it full, but
That's from the rover, and that's it rising on the moon.
but when you're looking at that though, like, cause you can see the full screen. Does that look CGI to you, or does it look like an actual photo?
I mean, it's hard to tell. AI has gotten really good these days.
I don't know, man.
It's very hard to tell.
Things that keep me up at night.
It is weird. It is weird. The other thing I thought of too, right,
Yeah.
is I heard somebody before say they sent a drone on a balloon, right? Because obviously a drone will only go so high. So they attached the drone to a weather balloon and sent it to space.
Okay.
The drone can capture audio and video. And in space, they said they heard water. Like bloop, 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 like water.
Yep.
That would make sense of them hearing that because the Earth is water, right?
Okay. Yep.
So they're hearing the echoes from Earth. Like, I don't know if that's hard to make sense.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense. Oh, okay. Bob just sent me something. Let me pull it up because he said he played me something, or he sent me something that has 2 words in it that already caught my attention before I even clicked on it. It said,
Was it French fries?
Well, Dan, don't talk about French fries, bro. I haven't even ate yet.
I just watched you eat. What are you talking about?
I had like 5 spoons of pasta because it was late and I had to hurry up and eat it. But it said, before I clicked on it, it said Palladian starseed. So I'm already in there. But let me pull it up and we're gonna bust on this joint real quick. Pause. Let me see. Boom, 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 boom. Let me go.
Yo, that's the best clip ever. Yo, and I like bust on you. And
as soon as I said, I was like, damn. All right, let me see. Facebook. Share with audio. Okay. You guys can see that? No. Let me do this.
Not like him.
Oh,
I just did it.
All right, here we go. All right, let me see if I can make it full screen. Let's see what she's talking about.
My God.
My God.
Now what we not finna do is play with God's word. Now if God said he laid the earth on its foundations and put a firmament over us, then that's exactly what he did. See, in the Bible, God told Isaiah the difference between a ball and a circle. God knew exactly what wordplay he was using in the Bible to describe the earth. In the Bible, God also speaks about the 4 corners of the earth. A ball does not have corners, but a flat surface do. Now, when I say 4 corners of the earth, this is what I mean. The same way that man made a compass, a circle compass, and put north, east, south, and west, I'm speaking of exactly that. God also says in the Bible that he set a compass upon the face of the earth. Now, remember when I said that God made the earth as a compass? Okay, so let's talk about it. Now, the compass only recognizes north. North always points towards the center. Hint, the North Pole. Any other direction is only based off the direction of north. How could a compass point south on a globe if they are saying that south is downwards. East and west are curved lines that constantly readjust to align with north. So y'all question is, how come when I'm flying in a plane, I end up in the same place I came from? Well, that only happens with east and west. So if you say that you circled the whole world and ended up in the same place, that's because you were going east and west. But let me tell you something, traveling south is a whole different ballgame. See, because south is any direction leaving the center. See, because if you begin to head south, you will reach the Antarctica ice wall. So traveling south, you will never end up back at the same place. See, because there's a reason they won't allow y'all to travel south and end up at the ice wall. Like, bruh, come on. Even the compass don't want you traveling south. That's why it always points back to north, telling you to turn around every time you start to travel south. See, because if you decide to keep going and get past that ice wall, you will realize there is, in fact, a firmament over us, keeping anyone from leaving this earth. We couldn't be living in a globe if we wanted to. See, water has to be contained. They say that the earth is 71% water, so that by itself would be impossible. And I know y'all probably be wondering, where do rainbows come from? Now, scientists will tell you they self, to make a rainbow, you need water, light, and a mirror. See, when God said he created the firmament, he spreaded it out like a molten looking glass. See, them big rainbows that you see is proof that we live underneath the firmament. It's the sunlight reflecting off of the firmament to remind us of his promise to never flood the earth again.
Time out. All right, hold on. Let me I'm gonna hide that for a minute, because that was a whole lot of information. Donnie, you looking? Yo, Donnie's face is crazy right now. Donnie, I gotta know what's on your mind, because I know where I'm at. I gotta know what's on your mind, because I seen your face. I said, "Whoa, Donnie."
I don't know. I still don't buy it. There's too many things that happen that just doesn't make sense, right? Like if we're saying the earth is flat with a dome over it, right?
Yeah.
That still doesn't explain why things drop. And what I mean by that is, I don't care how many studies are out there that try to prove earth is flat. Yeah. If you're high enough and you look out, right, and you have whatever megascope, telescope, cities, they're like, oh, we can see the city on the lake. See, you can see that.
Yeah.
It's always the tops of the buildings, like this much. You would be able to see the full structure of the building, but you can only see the very top part. So that means it's curvature. You know what I mean? And we're not talking about the top part of what he was saying, where it covers us. We're talking about we live inside of it. So that would be curved too. It just doesn't, I don't know. I don't buy it. We're not floating through the air like a Frisbee. I just don't.
The thing that, I'm not going to lie to you.
It was convincing.
No, but
it was convincing. But
the thing that really made me be like, wait a minute. The thing that made me say, wait a minute. Maybe I got to look into this a little bit more. What she was saying about the rainbow, bro. Because that makes sense. Like, why is every rainbow a perfect arch? That would only make sense if that did have the dome.
There is something over us, right? Like there is the atmosphere, right? And I feel like the atmosphere, whether it's see-through at night or not, it's still something, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like the sun comes down, hits the water, and the water shoots up and projects this rainbow.
But wouldn't it not project it consistently every time? There would be multiple shapes and reflections. It's always an arc. Always. Why?
I think it's just because the sun's you don't ever see it when the sun's straight down. It's always when the sun's on an angle. So it comes down and projects the arc of the circle of the earth.
We got to dive into this. We need a scientist on this damn show to talk about.
I am a scientist. I've been on Wikipedia for 3 days. I'm a certified scientist.
I'm gonna ask this question, and I feel like I already know the answer to it. And I think I don't know if Wob's still in here, but Wob's still in here. Let me see. Wob said, if we weren't in a firmament, we will all be underwater. See, Wob, we need you on the show to talk about these
We
things because
were
I'm very curious now. So, Wob, I'm gonna jump out on a limb here and say that you have subscribed to the flat Earth theory. Am I correct in saying that? I'm guessing so, based on the video you sent in your comments that you have subscribed to it. I'm interested. I'm not gonna lie. I'm interested in it more than ever. I'm interested in it. But I'm guessing Wob does.
You know what I think?
So Wob is
You
in
know
there.
what?
Yeah.
You
Yep.
know what my theory is? Is I still believe it's round, right?
Mhm.
I believe we're in a globe shaped thing. What I don't believe is that what we see as the globe is the globe. I think there's more past the ice walls. Like I think we're a small area that we patrol, right?
Mhm.
And there's something outside of that.
Mm.
Like I think there's more to it than what we do, which is why space travel has only been by the governments. Even though Musk is doing it,
Mhm.
why haven't we gone back to the moon since? I think when they were on the moon, or if we even got there,
Mhm.
they saw something more to the Earth than what it was, and they weren't allowed to talk about it. We could go into alien theory, but I think that it was what they saw here that prevented us to go back.
Well, you know, when they got to the moon, there's black box audio, right, of one of the astronauts saying that they were looking down at the moon. This is before they landed, and they said, "Look at those domes down there." And he said, "I bet you the people in there never get out." This is
So
black box audio. You can look this up yourself right now.
This is my theory, and obviously this isn't a real because we don't have real imagery of this.
Yeah.
But like, see, this is where we are, and there's the ice walls, and then there's more to it that creates the circle.
Mm.
This is what I think, which is why the theory of when they send the balloons up and they say, "Oh, look, if it was circle, it would be dropping more." I think the Earth is a lot bigger than what they're saying it is. I think it's like if you have, I don't have a ball on hand, but if you know, like if you're a small thing on a ball and it starts to curve,
Yeah.
right? Like if it's small and it starts to curve early, right?
Mhm.
But if it's a massive ball and you're a little thing, it's harder to, it's longer to see. You does that make sense? You know what
Nah,
I'm, you know
I
what
get
I'm
what you're
getting at?
saying.
It doesn't, you don't see the curvature for a longer period of time because we're smaller on a bigger object.
Nah, I got you. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. The shit I wanna I need to pull this up. Let me see. That's 3 minutes though. See, but they knew this shit though. That's the shit that make me want to think that the shit is not. Hold on, let me pull this up. I never seen this particular video, but it's only 3 minutes, so that's why I want to play it. Let me see. I'm gonna share the screen real quick.
Oh, okay, hold on.
Screen,
I got you.
YouTube, share.
Oh, not that.
Is in that of why the asteroid belt exists. It's completely anomalous and overwhelmingly suggesting that a dramatic solar event in the very distant past is responsible for its formation, and the ancient Earth inhabitants do tell us that a planet once existed here. Imagine being an Earth citizen thousands of years ago when a mega event took place in the close proximity of space.
Boom. Let me pause that, right? Because what I really want to point out here is if you look here, right? Now this is an ancient Sumerian relief. We're talking, we're going back thousands of years here. You see that sun?
Mm.
You know what I mean? You see these planets? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 planets in the solar system. And they're all circular. You feel what I'm saying?
Wait.
And
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. That's 11 there, bud.
where you see 11?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Now you're looking at these two little out here?
Yeah, that's part of it, dude. If you're gonna think about it, you can't just decide not to choose those two little.
Well, actually, there could be 11 though, if we're going back then. And the reason why I say that is because what this video is about to talk about is the other planet that existed in the solar system that broke up and created the asteroid belt And then
That's true.
we
That's
have
true.
to also factor in Planet X, which is on a different, what's it called? Planet.
Oh, the one that comes into our
Nibiru.
solar system
The
and then
one that
comes out of like
comes
goes in
out
and out.
every 10,000 years. It cycles in and out of the solar
Isn't
system.
that supposed to come back soon?
Yeah, it's actually supposed to come back very soon. Actually,
Like-
I forget exactly when. When it's supposed to cycle back in. But it's things like this, these depictions that, and also the tales. You know what I mean? They talk about getting in the ships, leaving the Earth, looking down on the Earth, how it's circular, like all these different things. And that's the thing. He said, next time you meditate, ask for the. No, actually, bro, you read my mind, man. You read my mind, man. I was already thinking that. I'm like, yo, next time I do my meditation, which might be tonight, if not tonight, tomorrow, I'm definitely going to seek some wisdom on that. Because I never even considered it, if I'm being honest with you. I never was like, oh, let me see about this Earth being flat stuff. I kind of wrote it off, if I'm being real. But the information that you shared got me at least curious enough to look at it. You know what I mean? But then I also got to look at this, because I got to plant this question for you, Donnie, and you, Wob, because you're active in the chat. How does the inner Earth civilizations factor into a flat Earth theory? If the Earth is flat, then how do people exist inside of it? That's one of the things that, you know, there's a lot to it. And then how's there an ocean in the ocean if it's flat?
Right. It's just weird. It's weird. And the only reason I say it's weird, like, to think of flat, and I'm not saying like your theory is weird. Like, obviously you have a good point, and I see that. But like even freight traffic and marine traffic, they don't go from point A to point A, right? They don't fly straight. They have to fly like this because it's circled, so it's a different distance. And our wind patterns, right? So they catch the jet stream.
Yeah.
It's in a circuit, like it circles over.
But I see you keep doing this. Is that the what they call it? The firmament?
No, I'm not going over the dome. I'm not saying it's like this. I'm saying it's like going around, like it's doing this.
Okay.
You know
the one
I mean?
thing I always wonder, because people, you know, obviously this whole flat Earth thing is there's people on either side of it. What I always wonder is this: if the Earth is indeed not flat, right, and they want to just lay this whole thing to rest, right? Why not fly a plane with like a camera or something attached to it and just do a full circle all the way around the Earth? That would end the whole conversation.
They won't do it because there's
why though? That's the thing. You know what I mean?
Something
Why?
out there,
yeah,
that is different, right? I'm not denying that there's hiding something.
Yeah.
I'm just, it's just hard to think that we're flat.
Because that's so like common sense. Like, oh, you don't think we're round? All right, let me see this. I'm gonna take this camera, I'm gonna attach it to this plane, and we're gonna do a full circle around, and you'll see the entire circumference of the Earth, and we'll end up in the same spot. But it's something that's never been done, which is weird. It's weird. Yo, shout out to Junior. Yo, today's his birthday, bro.
Oh, happy birthday, Junior.
Yeah, buddy. Not that he watches the show. I don't think so.
That's no, he don't watch it.
He's out there turning up with his friends and stuff.
Upstairs?
No, like out and about. You know what I'm saying? Hanging
That's
out with
crazy.
the boss.
That's crazy.
This is definitely, now I gotta go watch a whole bunch of documentaries and videos. I'm gonna be researching all night.
I've been digging. So I watched a podcast with, not to shout out another podcast, but obviously it's one of the bigger ones. But it's Joe Rogan. But he had Cat Williams on it, and what Cat Williams was spitting out, it was like, that dude's smarter than what he pursues himself. Like, he reads books like constantly. Like, he's like, I read like 10 books a week. Like, he's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I watched
But he has
I watched
so
that
much
podcast 3 times.
He has so much information, and it was like what he was saying. I was like, "Yo, wait a minute." I was like,
"Nah, for real.
Wait a minute,
for real, man."
I got a topic for Wednesday when we're done. I want to spit it real quick, just so everybody thinks about it, and then
I got a topic
when we're done.
Well, who's on here? Let me see. Oh, that's my mom. Dukes is in that building. What up, mama?
I'm not allowed to call her that anymore.
No, you can't.
Oh.
She's the show's mom now. Remember?
Oh, what's up, Uncut Mom?
Uncut mom. That's
weird.
Not good.
Yeah, that's weird.
That was weird. Get rid of that one. Friggin' what was I gonna say? Oh, I have a topic for a show too, but I need guests on the show to talk about it. But there's a particular TV show that I watched in its entirety, right? Then I was convinced that we might actually be living inside of this TV show. And now I'm going back and I'm watching the show again to get all of the small details that I missed. But I'm pretty convinced that what we're experiencing here in this time and space is actually the TV show.
Scooby-Doo?
No, it's crazy. I'm gonna break it down for you. He said, I think Trump wins, even though everyone I hope Trump wins, man. And I don't care. I say it. I'm not even like hiding it. I'm a vote for Trump. Trump. I'm a vote for I'm a vote for Trump. You know what I mean? We gotta save America, man. We gotta save it. We gotta save yeah, there's a lot of work that needs to be done, man. And this Kamala character is a Trojan horse.
Come on,
You know what I mean?
Camellia.
She's a Trojan horse, man. Like they're sending her to the gates. If you guys know the story of the Trojan horse, there was a war, and what they did is they built this beautiful horse. They brought it to the gates. The soldiers came out. They said, "Oh my God, it's so beautiful! It's like a gift." And they brought it inside of their gated community thing. And then when everybody went to sleep at night, all the soldiers were inside of the horse. Everybody went to sleep. The soldiers came out, destroyed everybody. You know what I mean? So yeah, she's whatever. We're not gonna go there. We will though, actually, because we're gonna do a live watch party, right, for the debates. I think.
Yeah. How do you think they went to the bathroom in that horse? That's weird.
Probably on each other. They were savages.
That horse is the Trojan defecate.
Yeah. Where do you think the Trojan comes from? Yeah, you didn't think of that, did you?
I don't like that at all. Not one bit.
For real.
Not one bit. The other reason I don't like that is because there wasn't a lot of women soldiers then.
Shakespeare said the world is a stage. 1,000%, man. 1,000%.
Yep.
The world is a simulation.
Listen, every time I pick up a camera, it's a story, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's a true story or it's a fabricated story. The best stories that are out there are fabricated. So if you're watching something on TV and it sounds too good to be true, it's fabricated. Just remember that.
Yeah.
If you think that it's sunshine and roses, it's because somebody wants you to be sunshine and roses.
Or Guns and Roses.
Is that it? No, look what he wrote.
Well, what's that? Hold on. You have to be player one. Yeah. Hey, that's 100%. Hey, listen, because there's levels to this, right? So there's different levels to it. So it's like level one is like you don't even know you're in a game. You know what I mean? You think all of this is real. Like you think everything is real life. You don't understand that there's something like you're inside of something. You know what I mean? Level two is you realize that, holy shit, I'm inside of something. You know what I mean? Level three is you realize, oh shit, like I can actually control what happens inside of this game. You know what I mean? By controlling myself as a player in this thing. You know what I mean? But just a lot of people don't ever get to that space. Once you realize that all of this shit is, I'm gonna say Scooby-Doo, because that's the terminology you used earlier. Once you realize that most of this shit that we consider life and 99% of the stuff that we let take us out of our zone and make us cry and make us be upset and rage out and all this type of weirdo shit. Once you realize that 99% of that shit is not even real or relevant, then it's like ripping the mask off the villain in Scooby-Doo. And you're like, oh shit, it's Mr. Jenkins. Like, you know what I mean? And none of it means anything and you're back to normal. You know what I mean?
Right.
Sometimes I wonder, like, when we die, right? Like, imagine you die, and then when you die, you literally take off like a VR headset and say, oh shit, that was wild.
Wouldn't that be crazy?
You know what I mean? Like you die and then you just take your headset off and you're like,
you know what would be really crazy though? is if we created VR in the VR world. Like people play VR and then they die and they take off the VR set. Like I just wasted my time in VR to play VR.
Yo,
You see what I'm saying though?
You spent your whole time playing VR inside.
You played
of the
your
VR.
whole time playing VR inside of VR.
Yeah, Wop said I'm on level 3. I feel like I'm about to accumulate the power I need to soar. 100%, man. The thing you got to realize is that, or the thing that we all got to realize is that the power that we're looking to accumulate, we already possess because we are the power. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
We are the thing that we're looking for. A lot of people spend their entire life looking for the thing that they actually are. And by the time they realize it, it's too late. You know what I mean? You're already like pooping on yourself. You can't get out of the bed. Like, and you're just laying there like, shit, I really missed this whole life thing because I just didn't have the discernment to realize what the hell was going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You said, okay, have a good show. Good night. My mom's out here. She's like, oh, they talking crazy. I'm out here.
Good night.
For real. But yeah, man, that VR, yeah. Sometimes I wonder that, man. We're just gonna pop off the. There's a whole bunch of things that I wonder, man. Or like I wonder, like, you know how they be like, oh, when you die, you see the light.
Yeah.
I heard this before. Like, what if when you die, that light you see is actually you passing through the birth canal and being born into your next life? And
I did hear that before. Hear that before.
That's why when we're kids, we can't talk or things like that because our mind is resetting for this next life that we're gonna experience.
I hope. All right, I take that back. I don't hope, but I hope that there's more to the after we're gone. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be a shame to be super accomplished and then just end it, right? I hope like something. I know they say, "Oh, leave it for the generation behind you." Obviously, yes, of course, I want my kid to be better than I am and all that, but I hope like everything you learn just doesn't go with you.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I don't know. Like, it just seems like you work and work and work and work and work, and then you stop and then you move on. Like I hope you're moving on to something like obviously heaven and hell, like, you know, stuff like that. But
you're like, I hope there's actually like some rest and like something better. Or
right,
like,
I hope
take a
that
breath
it's
and
towards
relief.
something, right? And I do subscribe to, you know, heaven and all that, but it's like I really hope that that's a thing. Like, I hope it's, you know, I pray for that because that would be definitely like a rest easy kind of feeling. You know what I mean?
But now, what do you think about zombie apocalypse?
I mean, I think anything could happen. I mean, we got a disease from a bat, but we know where it came from. But I mean, I think that was like step one to like see where we're at. You know what I mean? Like, let's see if we can contain everybody in one space. Let's get everybody off the streets. Because I think it could happen. I think they know it's going to happen. I think that was a preparation to see. You know what I mean?
I think, if I'm being real, I think the zombie apocalypse is already on us, man. And I know it sounds like, oh, he's being funny, but I'm really not, because I think that most people
I agree.
are,
I think
most people are the Walking Dead. Like, most people are here. They're actually animated. They can walk around. They can even talk to you, all that. But
right.
Underneath that, there's nothing.
Have you seen? You know what I mean? Not that I'm not being funny at all. I mean, it might sound funny, but I'm being dead serious. Have you seen people on drugs?
Oh yeah, what?
Their legs are straight up and down, and their top half is curled over. It's almost an impossible position.
Listen, when I won't say I'm not gonna, because this ain't bashing, you know what I mean. But I'll just say the neighborhood I grew up in when I was like young, and I'll say I grew up in the 80s. You know what I mean? And like crack cocaine was crazy then. You know what I mean?
But I'm
so
saying
like,
if that's like I don't want to use the word simple drug, but it's not a drug that's very hard to come by, right? It's not. It's a very like it's a very simple drug to get, and I say that and not like I know how to get it, but I'm saying like somebody had to have got it, right? If it's in the neighborhood that you've grew up in, it's local, right? And so it could be achievable if you wanted it. That being said, there's stronger shit out there. You know what I mean? Like, to say like now, do I agree that your brain is dead and your heart's dead and then you're a zombie? No, I don't think that's possible, but I think that your mind and your soul are gone, right? I think that it's possible that it's a flesh-eating disease where your skin's falling off, you feel nothing, your nervous system is gone, and your mind, you have no mind. So it's just your brain and your heart keeping you alive, and you're just out there zombied. Like you're just, whether you're eating other people or just wandering at this point. You know what I mean? You ever seen like a coyote with
like rabies?
Rabies, thank you.
Yeah, yep.
They're just wandering during the day, like where they're not supposed to be. That's where they are. That's like you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Bob said, this is heaven. We are living in hell, or the hell you create. Yeah, I think heaven and hell is a state of mind. You know what I mean? Because if you are a person who is living blissfully, you are helping people, you are good-hearted, all those different things, you're going to live a level of life that I think will be equivalent to what some may call heaven. And then if you're on the opposite side of the spectrum, you're living with daily hells. Like every day you're being tortured and you're going through all these things that are probably unnecessary, but you don't have the spiritual stamina, or you're not pure enough to navigate through some of life's normal situations. Like something could happen if Donnie, if you're more pure in spirit, it could happen right in front of you. You'll be unbothered. You'll be able to move right through it. If I'm not, I might freak out. That might mess up my whole week. That might mess up my whole year. That might haunt me for the rest of my life. Like, you know what I mean? There's a level of torment that comes with not being able to maneuver through these things. But damn, that make me want to so bad talk about this TV show thing, man. Have you ever seen The Good Place? I'm gonna just talk about it real quick.
No.
No? All right, listen, I'm gonna do a plug, man. If you got Netflix, go and watch The Good Place, bro. I watched it already. I finished the whole thing. I'm gonna go. I already started it again. Andrew's like, yo, you watching this again? I'm like, yeah. Cause I'm almost kind of convinced that we're living in a good place, bro. I would give you the rundown of the show, but I don't want to ruin it for anybody who's gonna go watch it. But I'm gonna tell you right now, if you go watch it, it'll blow your mind. It'll make you think about a lot of stuff, and it's hilarious at the same time. So it's funny, but also the messaging that's in that show and the way that it spins will make you wonder, like, wait a minute. It made me stop, like, wait a minute. Like, are we living in this shit? Like, it really had me thinking about that. And now, even when certain things happen in day-to-day life, I'd be like, yo, this is the good, like, and it's not even, I don't want to give too much information. Just go watch it, man. It's going to blow your mind. I guarantee you. You're going to laugh your ass off, but in the same token, when you're done laughing your ass off, you're going to wonder, because you're going to see certain things happening inside of your life, and you're going to be like, yo, am I living in this motherfucking show? You know what I mean? Like, is this how it's really happening? Like, it's crazy. It's really, really crazy.
It's from the creators of Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Parks and Rec, so that's gonna be a good show.
Oh, dude, this shit is hilarious. He said, I meant there's a heaven. I don't believe in a hellfire. Yeah, I don't believe in it. I don't believe in a hellfire. Don't even make, well, I'm not bashing nobody, but it don't make sense to me that there's some place that if you're a bad person, you're gonna go and be tortured forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. And I don't know. It just seems weird. But who knows? Who knows? But yeah, wow, check out The Good Place, man. It's on Netflix, bro. It's hilarious, but it's also gonna make you think, like, wait a minute, what's really going on out here? Yeah, buddy. Hey, man, how you feeling, Donnie? Because I feel like this was a good stream.
This was a good stream.
Okay. You know, we started out a little slow, talking about where you went, where I went.
It was a slower stream, but I think we got a lot of information out there. It bounced around a lot.
Mm-hmm. Don't forget, this episode is sponsored by Always Frozen, Never Hot Burritos.
Yo, if they start sponsoring us, bro, you're gonna gain weight, bro.
I was gonna make up sponsors every week until we actually get real ones. So yeah, don't forget, Always Frozen, NeverHotBurritos.com.
Yo, is that a real website?
It probably is. We're gonna get sued. All right, well, I've said good night. Good night, bro. We appreciate you checking in, baby. We'll see you next. I was saying next week. I'm so used to it. We'll see you on Wednesday. We'll be back on Wednesday, and then get at me because we got to get you on the show, man. When I know you out there getting that money. When you got time and you freed up, man, we're gonna get you on the stream, bro, so we can have a real good conversation for sure. Yeah, buddy. All right, Donnie.
Yo,
I think. Yeah.
I'm gonna leave you with one topic. Right, you want to say your final thoughts, and I'm gonna leave you one topic to get you thinking for next week. I mean, on Wednesday. Sorry, I said the same thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna play. I got one thing. Yo, that joint hilarious, bro. Yeah, but what were you saying?
No, I was gonna say, what was your last thought?
That was my final thought for tonight, bro.
All right.
You got anything?
Yeah. Reptilians.
In a world full of political correctness, Coach Brown and Donnie Rhodes are choosing to keep free speech alive, uncensored, unfiltered, uncut.
This is my favorite show.